Hey everyone, spirited drop from the back of a taxi. I hope you're all travelling well. Beautiful equinox tomorrow and a new moon and lovely fresh surge of energy, so I hope you're feeling that. It's been a wild and wacky start to the year. Mercury station's direct on Saturday too, thank goodness. Anyway, I wanted to share with you this beautiful experience that we had at the March New Moon Lodge last night. So this is a monthly women's circle that I've been holding for many, many years. And we had our favourite trance medium, Hitomi Sano, come back again, which she does every year, which is amazing. She doesn't take a fee. These are charity circles. And in previous years, she's given us trance messages. Last year we did trance healing and we all had an experience of that, which was beautiful. But this year it was particularly lovely. So they're all lovely. We did Scrying, the masterpieces. So we used a program that Hitomi trained in from the Museum of Modern Art in New York, and it originally was formulated to help celebrities and art collectors go deeper into art appreciation, and Hitomi trained in that. And then as a mediumship teacher, she realised that it's a brilliant exercise to help people open up to all of their senses. So not only just to look at a piece of art, but to feel into the dynamics, the emotion, even if they're not art aficionados or artists. And so we had a beautiful group of women gather, and we warmed up on Vermeer's The Milkmaid. And then we had this extraordinary experience where we were looking at 3 of Renoir's paintings of Lady with a Parasol. They're quite famous, and I didn't realise he'd done 3 of them over a 10-year period. And with each of them, we looked at them, and then in smaller groups, we shared what we were feeling, what we could see, what detail was drawing our eyes, what we felt the symbolism of that. And it was just beautiful to muse over these masterpieces anyway. And then we went through each of them, and then we put them up together, and we talked about what the story was of these 3 women standing in a field with a green parasol. Now, what was absolutely amazing was that this group of women in circle, one artist was with us, but the rest of us were just lovers of art. We pieced together a very detailed picture from the paintings of what was going on in Renoir's life and in his psyche and in his story very accurately by feeling into the hidden information within the paintings that was there all along. And that was just gorgeous. And we were talking about how when you're doing any psychic work or mediumistic work, all of your senses are engaged. So you may lean into hearing or smelling, or what would it feel like, or what's the season involved, or what other elements are there. The side details often hold the gold, and then we ended the night in the last half hour with a mediumship demonstration, and that was me, and Hitomi brought through someone as well, and also one of the girls in the circle accurately brought through Hitomi's father from the spirit realm. And that was a good exercise for me as well, because that day and the day before, I'd been training all day, master level Reiki healers, so very intense, beautiful but very intense training. And then came to the circle that night, and I caveated the demonstration. I said, oof, okay, full disclosure, I've been training, I feel a bit fried. But despite my doubts, the spirit realm came through with glorious detail and very meaningful messages for a couple of women in the group, and then Hitomi brought through someone's dad, and then another lady, Susan, in the group, the artist, brought through Hitomi's father. So an absolutely beautiful circle all round of deeply seeing, and not just with the eyes, with the heart, with the imagination, with all of the senses, and just how much information is loaded into anything that we look at, and then of course beautiful visits from the spirit realm. So I hope that's got you thinking. And this morning I bumped into he's a friend and a client of mine, and he's got a lot going on in his life right now, and I was sharing with him that even a day like a beautiful morning we were by the river, the breeze was blowing and the flowers were there, and do we deeply see the beauty around us? And so that message and that question that occurred to me in our new moon lodge the previous night, what the message continued, it's a living message, and so I'm sharing that with you now. Like, walk through your days as if you're in a living Renoir painting and see and feel everything deeply, because regardless of what the world is telling us and what perhaps is going on in our families and our communities, there is deep, beautiful, profound beauty and story in everything that we participate in. Whew, okay, I hope that's got you thinking. Bye.